Wagwan everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know, we're here and today we're gonna remedy a rough idle in the 2016 Chevy Colorado. It currently has 177,000 miles on it and it's 10-year-old. If you're new to the channel, if you're just looking this up, it's like, what is a tune-up? When do you give a car a tune-up? All of that stuff. Well, a tune-up is generally when you go in and you replace the spark plug, the coil pot, the injectors, them, just so that the fuel to air ratio and the spark is, you know, proper, so that the fuel consumption is low. Right now, this car, you put like gas in there and you're barely getting 20 miles to the gallon, or even 15 miles. Let me say you're barely getting 10 miles to the gallon then, basically. When I got it from Carvana, it wasn't in the best of shape. I had to replace the battery and it had already have 97,000 miles on it, and I do Uber, high mileage, rough terrain and all of that, and you know, I love my baby. She's done me good. We've had great adventures together. And I mean, I used it to pick up most of my cars them in the fleet. So the suspension need to be done. But anyway, we are gonna tune it up. But the problem with tuning this car up is that you have to take off the air intake manifold to get to the spark plug, and it's a lot of work. I really started earlier this morning because I thought it was gonna be like, you know, 1 2 1 2 to get the job done, but it turns out it's gonna be a lot of work. So let's pop the hood and see what's going on underneath there. Okay, before I go any further, I just went down to my closest auto parts store and I grabbed a couple of things, which is the spark plug and the carb cleaner. I'm gonna just clean the throttle body and any of the sensor that can get to the mass airflow sensor, any of those sensors. As I say, in the tune up, you want all the sensors to be working because you're trying to make a old girl give you fuel efficiency and, you know, keep her on the road. Oh, my goal for this truck is I want to run 1,000,000 miles on it. I don't know. I've tried Ford and I love Chevy. Too much I dislike Ford. I had a Mustang. I basically just left it. Too much trouble. So I'm looking to get a Corvette or a Porsche as a project car. But we're gonna work on this, the V6 direct inject. I don't know what's the meaning of direct inject. It's hotter than a mother lover out here. My little tent didn't hold up long. I really need a garage right here. So like, subscribe and follow so we can give you guys the remedy. Alright, so to start, we're gonna have to take up the engine cover. And this engine cover, it has one screw right here. It has this connected to it. You have to disconnect this hose here. As we go along, we're gonna break them off. See the side. So we start off with the front bolt being T30. So over there they use the bolt, but over here we have the same 30. We have the same T30. So we're gonna work with that. We're gonna try to see how much of these bolts the T30 can take out. So far we had one here, and then this one in the back here, which seems to be a size 10 millimeter. We're gonna have to take off this cap. Oh, right here we have the mass airflow sensor, and we're gonna pull this off after we finish our job replacing the spark plug. We're gonna pull this off and clean it. Okay, so let's see if we can. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take it off from here. We got this loose, just wanna be gentle. There's a little rubber tab here. We're gonna ease up against it. Be very gentle. Don't want to damage the mechanics. Okay, so we have that off. Gonna remove this. Okay, so this was a 8mm around here. Okay, the last thing to remove is this piece of vent clip. The hose is gonna hold on firm. Just need a flathead screwdriver or a 8mm bolt, and then that should pop it up. Damn, I still got the 10mm connected over there. Let me. Okay, so we'll take off our cover like this. Okay, here we are. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and these two, and you take off the cover. Now this is the air intake manifold, and along with this we're gonna clean this as well. All that, I don't think it's supposed to, it's not supposed to be that dark, fuel burning so rich. So this is the upper piece, the air intake manifold, and we've got to disconnect all these wirings to get to the spark. The proceed to removing the coil packs, but the intake manifold, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna see if I can replace them by just taking out the coil packs, removing the spark plug, replacing them. Then we'll clean up this and this, pop back on the cover, change the oil, and fill that up. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's see if we can get that side changed, those 3 first. I'm always right. So it's 10mm to pull the. If you can get a view of it right there. But the spark plugs are down in these here. So just 10mm. Loosen up these nuts. Okay, so we'll be using some double platinum spark plugs we got from the auto store. I don't have any recommendation for spark plug. I'm not that fine-tuning engine building as yet. I just know that if you have a misfire, poor fuel economy, you need a tune-up, and a brand new set of spark plug will do. You can do more research into high performance spark plug. I've even seen some content creator split the tip of this right here, so I guess it creates like a dual spark, and all type of madness can be done with your spark plug to modify your engine. We've already removed all our coiling, our injection coils. We're going to start replacing the plugs them right now. Let's go. Tape manifold, and it's big, it's covering all of the head. So in your 2017, it's the same procedure. From 2017 to the 2022, it's the same procedure. That's an old one. That's like rust and corrosion over the arc. Gonna replace it with this nice, beautiful, clean one. So that's the difference right there. And that's when you get, and this is why you get your spark plug replaced. Okay, so it's kind of tricky getting out the coils, the spark plugs after you remove the coils. And I try reinserting the coil inside to see if I can get it up with this. But the problem is after you unbolt the coil, the spark plugs, sorry, they start to lean. So if you push this back down into the hole trying to get them, this is kind of fixed. It can only go straight, so you can't tilt it. So I'd already have one of these that I picked up from AutoZone, and voila, just pulled it out with that. So get yourself a $10 magnet, and I use it to pick up things that drop inside as well. So okay, with the driver side all taken care of, we have the passenger side. Now we have this one access to this, and we're gonna have to remove this. We'll have access to this, and we're gonna take this off to get access to the one underneath this. To get access to, I'm gonna have to take this off to get the access to this. So I think I can get it done without taking off the air intake manifold. Or can I? I'm also take off this to clean it. Clean the throttle body sensor. So let's go. God know why he didn't make me a soldier. I'd be too good at it. I love when the mission is hard, baby. I love when la resistance is at its paramount. You resist me? Allah the savage. Okay guys, it's so hot the GoPro keep overheating and I keep sweating My wife just came in from work and like, oh, why I choose this time to do this. Like, I started this at 7 something. Most of the video them I watch, as I said, it's like 2017 to 2022. This one is a little different, and I only got done early because I didn't take off this all the way. I just broke 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just broke them, lift them up a little bit, and eased it up, got in there, replaced all the coils them. And so now that we have the coils replaced, we're gonna tighten it up. I have to go and look up the tightening sequence to tighten this back down. Okay, so as we see on the diagram, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So we're going to just tighten it down. Okay. That's how you replace your spark plug, guys. Just do the reverse order and that should be it.